hard work, dedication, hard work, dedication, hard work.
Bracket the hour, bracket the hour shy, bracket the hour, bracket the hour shy, bracket the hour, bracket the hour shy. Call Light Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Rakal, Gadash. Double honor to the apostles and elders, betrayed a great millstone. Peace and blessing to the sincere Akim, pushing his truth and sincerity, and those who putting the videos up throughout the week to feed the sheep. It's my choir from the Trump in the VA camp, and I'm going to get right into it. This is Exodus 3, it's 15 and 3. And Yahweh is a man of war. Yahweh is his name. So, as it stands today, you got the men of the Lord. They understand that Yahweh doesn't play. He's a man of war. And matter of fact, let's look up the word war. It says a battle or a fight. And what comes in these things? Death, losing limbs, disfigurement. So you got Yahweh, he said like this is his thing, this is what he do. Now you fast forward to today, the only people who actually understand that Yahweh is a man of war is the 144. Because at the end of the day, you got these regular people, these regular Christians that they don't understand that Yahweh is a man of war. They when Yahweh kills somebody, they think Satan is doing the killing. And then when you even look at in the truth, you got Israelites, the men that's taking this as a joke. They're not taking it serious, so obviously they don't think Yahweh is about his word either. Because they be doing what they were supposed to be doing, which they're not. Let's go over here. This is 1 Samuel chapter 4. I'm going to start at 8. It says, matter of fact, I'm going to start at 7. It says, and the Philistines were afraid, for they said, Yahweh is come into the camp. And they said, woe unto us, for there have not been such a thing herefore. It says, woe unto us. Who shall deliver us out of the hand of the mighty God, Yahweh? These are the gods that smote the Egyptians with all the plagues in the wilderness. So it was well known back then that Yahweh dropped Egypt, and Egypt was like a big deal back then. Egypt was like America big today. Like Egypt was a big deal, and Yahweh brought them down. So his name rung bells, especially after that happened. Nobody wanted to deal with him at all. You can even look in the story with Jonah, and he was on a boat, and when they found out that the God of Israel was upset with Jonah, they threw him off of the boat because they didn't want to deal with those problems, because they already knew how he got down. Let's go over here. This is Colossians 3:25. It says, but he that doeth wrong shall receive for the wrong which he have done, and there is no respect of persons. Because right now our people is in the state they were in because they decided to come up against Yahweh Bashim Yahshai. They made a big mistake, just like Esau made a big mistake, which Yahweh said he laid out a trap for him, and Esau bit it, which was the children of Israel in their calamity. Esau decided to go above and beyond the call of duty. He started to think he was running the show. Matter of fact, it says, but he that doeth wrong shall receive for the wrong which ye have done, and there is no respecter of persons. That's why all of Israel had to go into captivity. The righteous and the wicked. Matter of fact. Daniel 9 and 12. It says, and he hath confirmed his words, which he spake against us and against our judges that judged us. So it says Yahweh hath confirmed his words against the judges and the ones that judged. The ones that judged and the ones that got judged, which is going into the prophets, the actual men of the Lord, and just the people. It says both of them he spoke against. And Moses actually told the children of Israel way back what was going to befall the people if we don't keep the laws, statutes, and commandments. So we went down as a nation. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna keep reading. It says, and he hath confirmed his words which he spake against us and against our judges that judged us, by bringing upon us a great evil. For under the whole heaven hath not been done as had been done upon Jerusalem. So Yahweh Shemi Ashai, that evil that he brought upon us was slavery. Everything that was written in Deuteronomy, the 28th chapter, 15 and down, all the plagues, all the curses, everything that was wrong that he brought upon our people, the good and the bad. Because like I said, we got judged as a nation, and he's always done this. In any account that you can name, he's always brought the wicked and the righteous both into slavery. He didn't say, "Up, this is my man, so I'm not going to put him in slavery with everybody else of Israel." No, all of Israel goes into slavery together. And the funny part about this is, this time around, it's not going to be so. Because if we had to rely or wait on all Israel to wake up, we'd never get out of here. So this time, Yahweh was only bringing the elect out of Israel. Everybody else is pretty much going to be finished on this end. This is Second Chronicles 15:13. Matter of fact, I'm going to start at 12. It says, they enter into a covenant to seek Yahweh, the power of their fathers, with all their heart and with all their soul. So our people, we made a covenant a long time ago, right along with Moses, that we were going to keep the law, statutes, and commandments. And like I said, this is how we ended up in this predicament. It says, verse 13, that whosoever would not seek the Lord God of Israel should be put to death, whether small or great, whether man or woman. So Yahweh Shemi Ashai, him got no picks. Okay, man, woman, old, young, he doesn't care. If you break the laws or you come up against him, you got to die. Look at it was I believe it was 44 children that was mocking. Matter of fact, I'm just gonna get it. This is 2 Kings 2 and 23. And matter of fact, I'm going to start at 22. It says, so the waters were healed unto this day, according to the saying of Elisha, which he spake. And he went up from thence unto Bethel. And as he was going up by the way, there came forth little children. So it says little children, and it says, out of the city, and mocked him, and said unto him, go up, thou bald head, go up, thou bald head. So you had children that was actually disrespecting the man of the Lord. Like I said, it said children. They were mocking him, calling him bald head. And it said he turned back and looked on them and cursed them in the name of Yahweh Shemi Ashai. So, So have right here, man, the Lord, he was greatly offended at these little children for mocking him, and what he did, he put a curse on them. Which they talk about something you can't curse, but clearly you see right here, man, the Lord just cursed these little children. It says, and there came forth 2 she-bears out of the wood, and tear them 40, and 2 children in them. So it's 42 children. They got smoked by the bear. Why? They came up against the man of the Lord, and they mocked him. Because when you mock Yahweh Bashim Yahshai or his men, which his men is basically he taking it like him, you get touched. That's pretty much how that works. And that actually goes into why the Philistines were scared too to go, because they were scared of who? Yahweh Bashim Yahshai. Because they, like I said, they understood that he destroyed Egypt, which back then was one of the greatest places. Not even to mention, because Yahweh Bashim Yahshai, he was known for destroying Egypt and the cities of Sodom and Gomorrah. Both of these places, they supposed to be like a big deal, and Yahweh Bashim Yahshai destroyed both of them. So he was well known back then for killing and destroying. It says, let's go over here. Deuteronomy 10 and 12. And now, Israel, what does Yahweh thy power require of thee, but to fear Yahweh thy power, to walk in all his ways, and to love him, and to serve Yahweh thy power with all thy heart and with all thy soul, to keep the commandments of Yahweh and his statutes, which I command thee this day for thy good. So that keeping the law, statutes, and commandments is not to please Yahweh Bashim Yahshai, it's for your own good. Okay? Which our people constantly was messing up on. That's how we constantly ended up in captivity. Because Yahweh Bashim Yahshai is like a father figure. Well, he is a father. He's a father of spirits. And this is why. And what does a father do when the son messes up or the children mess up? They got to correct them. Why? So they won't do it again. Matter of fact, they get to that in Ecclesiastes 30 and 1. It says, he that loveth his son causeth him off to feel the rod, that he may have joy of him in the end. So it says he that loveth his son is going to basically is going to chastise him often. Because if you don't chastise your son, what is he going? He's going to get spoiled. He gotta have that healthy fear in him. And this is also why Yahweh Bashim Yahshai has that balance. Not only like when he gives you the good and the bad, which Job understood. The bad also you get when you're not doing nothing. It's like, okay, I gotta stay in line because I'm getting this when I'm doing nothing. Imagine what I'm gonna get when I'm actually doing something. That's a healthy fear of Yahweh Bashim Yahshai. It says, verse 2, he that chastens his son shall have joy in him, and shall rejoice of him among his acquaintances. He that teacheth, it says, matter of fact, I can read that part again. It says, he shall rejoice of him among his acquaintances. And it's funny because that's how Yahweh Bashim Yahshai felt with Job. Because Yahweh was bragging about Job to Satan. He was telling him, like, yo, have you considered my servant Job? He told him it wasn't a more perfect man in the lands. Which also goes into how Yahweh actually has favorites. Because people think, oh, everybody's equal, but Yahweh actually has favorites. And Job being one of them. That's why he was bragging about him. It's like if you got like a football team, and you be like, yo, did you see the receiver? Yeah, you can't stop the receiver we got. He got this many touchdowns, this many yards. Y'all can't touch him. That's basically what y'all was doing with Job. Verse 3, but it says, he that teacheth his son grieveth the enemy, and before his friends he shall rejoice of him. So it says, he that teacheth his son grieveth the enemies. Because if we would have stayed on track, we would have never went into captivity. But what did we do? Start breaking the laws, and here we are in captivity under the devil, under all these heathen nations. This is basically what we got to go through for the stuff that we've done. And like the scriptures say, there's like Daniel 9:12 I just read. Nobody has gone through the slavery that we went through. Nobody is going through all the things that we went through. Nobody got it like us. Because a lot of people like to say, oh, well, at one point in time, we all were slaves. Well, according to the scripts and according to actual facts, nobody got it like we got it. First off, nobody was a slave under E. Not one nation can claim to be captives under E. Not the Moabites, not the Elamites, not the Hamites. No nation can claim to be servants under E. Not one. It was only our people. This is Psalms 9:9. It says, Yahweh also will be a refuge for the oppressed, a refuge in time of trouble. It says, and they, matter of fact, so it says right here, he's going to be a refuge to the oppressed. Now, who are the oppressed people? The Israelites. But the problem is, but the thing is, when you go to Ezekiel, the 9th chapter, who's he only coming to save? The ones that's actually sighing and crying, because all of Israel is being oppressed, but he only wants the ones that actually have a problem with this place. Because you got some of our people who enjoy it here, they love it here, they want to stay here. Them people he going to let stay here and die. Y'all love it so much, you ride with them, you die with them. It says, and they that know thy name will put their trust in thee, for Yahweh has not forsaken them that seek thee. So Yahweh Shemi Shai, he's not going to forsake the ones that seek him. And we know it's not just any kind of seeking. It says that diligently seek him. That's in Hebrews 10:6. I'm just going to get that. It's Hebrews 11:6. But without faith, it is impossible to please him. For he that cometh to Yahweh must believe that he is, and that he is a rewarder of them that diligently seek him. So you got to diligently seek Yahweh Shemi Shai. Okay? You can't just do it on the weekends. Because a lot of people think, oh, I went to camp this week, I'm good. Our job as men is supposed to be to feed the sheep. So what do you think is going to happen? Matter of fact, look at your children. What do you think is going to happen if you feed your children just one day a week? Child Protective Services be knocking on your door to take your kids away. You feeding your kids once a week, that's going to be a major problem. So how do you think, what do you think it is when you got to feed the sheep and you only doing it one time a week? You really think Yahweh Shemi Shai is pleased with that? You got to be out of your mind. But it says, let's go over here. Psalms 34:18. It says, Yahweh is nigh unto them that are of a broken heart, and saveth such as be of a contrite spirit. So it says Yahweh is nigh unto them of a broken heart. Like I said, all of Israel is being oppressed, but only the ones is actually of a broken heart. The ones that doesn't like what's going on, are sighing and crying, that he's actually going to save. Like I said, the majority of our people, they love it here, so the majority of them are going to die here. It's really that simple. But with that, I want to give all honor and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakal, Kadash, Adawan, Ratazah, Atham, Tamayim, Akim, Yakal, Shalom.